Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and this is probably stop 15 or so on my attempt to visit every Tennessee state park, and I'm here today at Panther Creek State Park, located northeast of Knoxville on Cherokee Lake. And beautiful piece of property out here, about 1,400 acres. I'm actually standing in Panther Creek. This runs the length of the property here. And yeah, so come along today. I'm gonna show you all around the park, show you all the cool things to see, all the fun stuff to do for you and your family to consider maybe coming and checking out this great piece of Tennessee wilderness. So come along, let's go. We are going to begin our park review today with natural beauty and wildlife. You are going to see deer everywhere. You can get about 20 feet from them and they are not afraid of you. We saw them alongside the road. This is where I was playing disc golf inside the woods, and there was about 20 of them that were watching me play. We also went on a hike and got to see some really cool natural sinkholes. There's a whole trail that takes you through the woods for a mile or so, and you get to explore all of these really cool sinkholes. You'll also find some natural flora and fauna there, and stuff like mushrooms growing on tree trunks and the beautiful woods of East Tennessee. And so you're going to be able to have a lot of exploration opportunities for all of the nature lovers out there. Additionally, running through the heart of the park is Panther Creek itself, which is a great place just to hear the water and read a book and relax. At one of the day areas, there are natural rock formations too that the kids explored. So really beautiful park in East Tennessee with rolling hills right there on Lake Cherokee. So I'm going to give natural beauty a 9 out of 10. One of the things I didn't know before I got here was how big mountain biking was at this state park. And I've probably already shown you some footage. If not, I'll pop it up right now of the bike tournament, mountain biking tournament that happened here. The first day we were here, it was crazy. So I would just say, if you're into mountain biking, come here. It seems like everyone I've talked to thinks it's awesome. So come on out. That's not dancing.
We get it. And we found this. It's like a hole and it's so deep.
Yay, Maddie! There is so much to do at Panther Creek. You have the aviary right there by the Welcome Center. Here at part of the day park, our kids found a little fort made out of sticks, and so there's plenty of room to just let your kids run around and play. Also saw a local club that had their RC crawler cars, and apparently this is like a big thing in East Tennessee of taking your cars out into the rocks and seeing if you can climb them. There is also a lot of hiking to be done and a lot of easy hikes for little kids. This is a little lookout area. They made it on the side of the hill, and you can kind of peek through the wooden planks to get a view of like deer or other wildlife that are eating and roaming around on the hillside. There was a pool. It was closed on fall break when we went, but pretty much everything else was open, from these people playing pickleball there, and also a lot of water activities there at the lake. Now, we tried to fish and didn't have any luck, but still had some fun. There's also a boat ramp, so if you want to bring some kayaks or put your boat in the water, you can actually get out on the lake and do a fair amount of fishing. We had so much fun being there, right there at the water, and just seeing the beauty of God's creation. There in the heart of the park is the playground, which was very new and very well maintained. Our kids had a blast. They played there for hours and hours. There's also restrooms there. There's covered eating areas for picnics and things like that. So plenty to do, not just for little kids, but for the entire family. You can spend days exploring and playing at the park. The disc golf course is one of the best ones I've ever been to in my life because it is just so beautiful. The woods are so maintained, it's very clear. And then of course there's actual Panther Creek, which my kids loved. They had so much fun just playing in the water while I was reading a book. And so a lot of great things to do. Can't really say enough about it. You can spend days at this park. So I'm going to give activities a great 18 out of 20. As you can see from this drone shot, the campground is just one giant loop. The roads are paved, so are the camping pads, and it's pretty well spread out. You're really not on top of each other from the people next door. So you can see here we have our camper backed up, and there's all of your normal camping things there, like your picnic table. There's an additional gravel pad that we use just as a sitting area. There's a fire pit with a grill on the fire pit, and then also a secondary grill. It kind of has everything you need, including water, electricity, and so I'm going to give campsite layout an 8 out of 10. Up next is bathrooms, and these are single-use bathrooms, so for one person in each, which I wish was at every park, and it gets an 8 out of 10. Panther Creek is on the eastern side of the state, and it's a little far from I-40, but it gets a 7 out of 10 for drivability. Next is staff. The staff were very kind and helpful, and they get an 8 out of 10. Next is nearby amenities, and this is a shot of the Welcome Center, which has all of your normal souvenir type items, your gifts for your family and your kids. This is where I got the sticker for the camper, and it's really close to the main road which leads into town, and in town you'll find your big box stores as well. This is really unique. This is the camp store, and there at the camp store is a bike repair station, and this is the first time I've seen this at a state park, so it kind of shows how big mountain biking is there. But they'll have all of your supplies and also great snacks if you want to just have a little break. So for nearby amenities, it gets a great 9 out of 10. Between the beautiful hills of East Tennessee, Panther Creek itself, and the lake, it gets an 8 out of 10 for uniqueness. And finally, its cost. It costs about $35 a night, which is a little steep, so it gets a 5 out of 10 for cost. You put everything together, and Panther Creek State Park gets an 81 out of 100. Okay, we have conquered Panther Creek State Park. Isn't that right, kids?
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Truman? Yep. Alright, the day's gonna get started, and then y'all can rub it in, okay?
Okie dokie.
Alright, go ahead.
Wow.
Yay!
Yay! We got all these stickers. We got way more than this other family.
Alright, on to the next one. Hey, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you want to see more about this Tennessee State Park, then click on the link that's popping up right now for my deep dive, where I go into a lot more about all that the park has to offer. And please like and subscribe so you don't miss a single state park video as we visit all 57 here in the state of Tennessee. God bless you, and remember, God's creation is meant to be explored.